I want to talk about animals for just a moment. We had two questions that came in simultaneously, one right after the other. And before I do that, speaking of collaborative coexistence and co-creation, we have a special guest, Christina, with her movement, I'll call it, We Deepen, and we have several participants on board. So I'm going to try to pin you, Christina, so everyone can say hello. And this is what we're talking about with collaboration, coexistence, and co-creation. So I just welcome everyone from We Deepen on this call. Christina, did you want to say anything?
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Catherine and Mynoo. It's such a pleasure to be able to share your work and to greet all of you here today. So thank you. Thank you. And I had written down when you had said the collaborative co-creation, because that's all I've been speaking about, and alliance. I feel like it's such a good time to align everyone all together instead of all the working solo constantly. So thank you, and we'll be back again next Thursday, and we're going to continue offering the news programs and get more people here.
Thank you, Christina. We have a couple of questions, and one of them came from one of Christina's team. This is about animals. So the first one reads, "It seems like animals are connecting between species now more than ever before. Maybe it's just social media, but I saw a video about a bird and a cat who were best friends, and a dog and a dolphin. The Bible talks about a time when the lion lays down with the lamb. Is something changing around this?" Mynoo, can you speak to that?
Well, there is, right? Because the vibe, as nature is reclaiming itself, if any of you want to go deeper in terms of the work that I do, one of the bodies of work that I bring forth is this whole idea that there is an innate vibration of everything. There's an innate vibration of being human, which is love. There's an innate vibration of nature, of trees, which is okayness, right? So as the clutter is being removed, and that reclaiming of nature that is happening, the vibe of okayness is spreading. And Christina, you've taken the collaboration and co-creation, which is powerful. That it's a rule of three. It's been a rule. We've heard in the business terms talking about the rule of three. It's actually a rule of three that is in operation now. It completes a triangle, and it's a sacred geometry, like the base foundation piece from which everything builds. So it's collaboration, co-creation of coexistence, right? Applied to that, the innate vibration of okayness, that is the vibe that is causing these interesting, happenings and what was talked about in the Bible of the lion and the lamb, and these photos and videos that have been shared. I was just talking to Catherine and Gaurav earlier on, just as we were preparing for the call. I was saying, I live in this apartment block in one of the busiest cities in the world, and it overlooks a forest, which is so unusual. I just have this little piece of patch, and I'm on the 25th floor. I have a window and I have a ledge, and there are lots of pigeons, and I'm seeing different type of birds, different colors even in the pigeons that are arriving. And I was saying to them, I was looking at it yesterday, and there were these 2 or 3 pigeons that were sitting on the ledge, 5 little sparrows, and I don't think they were even sparrows, but a couple of them were little birds because they were very colorful. And I had a couple of eagles just gliding around. I mean, I've never seen that. Never seen that. So there is an okayness vibe that is there. The exciting thing here is that literally the vibration of okayness that is spreading across, because nature is reclaiming itself, it is so huge that even if humans go into a frenzy of any kind, that vibe of okayness allows that frenzy to be literally diffused. So you will notice more and more evidence like that of, a very unusual pairings happening. And we have the time to notice and observe. So thank you for asking that question. It's great to be talking about animals.
And there's another question on animals, and I love this. A couple of weeks ago, lions and tigers at a zoo in New York City fell ill and tested positive for coronavirus. This week, 2 cats in the state became the first pets in the U.S. to test positive. Why are animals and pets now being affected?
Well, you know, we create the world. Our world is a mirror of us. We have for a long time blamed animals for spreading disease to us. And pets specifically actually take on what the owners are feeling. And here where there's the human species is spreading something to animals. Now, how have we reacted when we thought that animals are spreading this to us? We just go cull those animals. Well, it's a human animal that has presented this, and a few animals have taken it on. It is not having the same impact on animals as it is on humans, even if they're testing positive for it. Are they testing positive for COVID-19? Are they testing positive for a strain of a virus that is quite rampant, actually? You know, COVID-19 is a different strain to what's there. And it's only an indication. It's literally like a mirror back to us. And it's getting us to come face to face with the choices that we have made in the past. What if the animals were running the show and they decided to cull us all as humans, whether we had it or not? You know, that's not happening. And all we can do is inquire, oh, wow, how is this occurring? Well, maybe the pets are taking, and remember, you heard me also talk about there's a virus, and there is an energetic signature of the virus, which causes certain symptoms. The symptoms can be so strong that they will show up as a result, but you know that it isn't the real thing because it goes away very fast as well. So we don't know how those animals have fared going forward. So I don't want to comment on that. What I would say energetically is just take note. It is showing us something about the choices that we have made as humans. You know, it's the more aware we become, the more we are able to choose coming from an enlightened space. And that's the intention of the divine with this. Animals are roaming around freely out there. You know, if it was something that was spreading to animals, we'll have lots of animals just, you know, dying, but actually that's not happening. So it's only a few cases where you're seeing this. It's still very much a human issue. So that's what I would like to say about that.
Mynoo, I loved when you mentioned, you know, the animals aren't running the show, but maybe they should be at times. It would be interesting. I know that that's making Vince smile right now.